Hey everybody, what's up? It's been a while. Welcome back to an episode of Delish Ish. My name's Maddie, and you'll have to forgive me once again for the infrequency of my posting. Can't tell you anything other than I'm just straight up f***ing lazy. Anyway, you will be rewarded if you stuck with me through this culinary journey, I guarantee it, because today we're gonna slather some butter on that ass and bake up a tray of sour cream green onion biscuits. This episode was all my beautiful new bride Jamelin's idea, and she f***ing killed it, like always. Fresh baked goodness that would make grandma proud, and is fantastic paired with some cream gravy, butter and jam, or all on its own. They're easier than you think and take a short time to make. Okay, let's pause real quick. Full disclosure, we did find this recipe elsewhere, but we've tweaked it enough to make it our own and to add that word people that have an aversion to hearing regarding the absence of dryness. Moist. With all that said, let's do this. First, go ahead and start preheating your oven to 425 while you take care of everything else. Like I said, this won't take much time at all. Now, finely slice your green onions, or chives would work as well. If your onion ends have roots, save them for later. I have a trick that will blow your f***ing mind. Anyway, we are using both green onions and chives. If using green onions, use between 6 to 8 good-sized dudes. If using straight chives, use your best judgment since they vary in size. You can go off script with this bitch and rock quite a bit of onion action. Just be mindful that this dough does have to stick together. Now it's time for some of that WAP. That's white ass powder, not the saturated feline innuendo Miss Cardi B is rocking. First, let's start with 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, but keep it out, you will need a bit later. Next, dump in 1¼ teaspoons of white sugar and a ½ teaspoon of baking soda. To that, add 1½ teaspoons of salt, but you can change this up a bit if you like. Less or more seasoning as you see fit. Now add 1¾ teaspoons baking powder and toss in some freshly ground black pepper for seasoning as well. You gotta balance this shit like a fucking kung fu master. Now whisk all your dry ingredients together to incorporate. Next, finely dice 10 teaspoons of very chilled butter. Again, you can riff a bit on this, but unless you are the John fucking Coltrane of baking, it's best to stick to the script on this one. Now here's the fun part. With your hands, smash up all those little bits of butter. If you have kiddos, this is something fun for them to do as well. If you're watching this video with an earshot of children, my sincere fucking apologies. By now, you should know better though. Monster mash that shit until it has a grainy, sandy texture. It should look like little balls, not dissimilar to what may or may not hang betwixt my legs. Now, let's pause again. Here's where we tweak some shit. I think it's easier to add your onions or chives here, then whisk to mix, then add your sour cream. That's how we've done it recently, and I highly suggest that. Anyway, so here we are creating a well in the flour mix, and adding at least 1¼ cups of sour cream. We've added a little bit more to add the absence of dryness, as well as some tang. You can insert your Cardi B song innuendo here. Now, toss in your onions and chives. Remember, you can do either or both. Fold together into a solid mix and tap into a manageable dough ball with your hands. These steps again are good to let the kiddos help with if you want them to rock steady in the kitchen. Using that flour you kept out earlier, lightly dust your work surface and toss that dense son of a bitch downtown. Toss the little flour on your hands and start pressing the dough into an 8" by 4" rectangle about an inch high, lightly dusting with flour as you go. Once you have your solid shape, we're going to laminate the dough, which is kitchen speak for f***ing folding it over. You want to fold it into thirds like folding a letter. Remember that shit? Once folded over or laminated, press into the same 8" by 4" shape, again about an inch high. We're going to do this 3 times. You could do it more, I guess, but 3 should be good. This helps distribute all the butter and goodness we've added, but more importantly, it helps to make all the flaky layers you expect from a biscuit. Once you finish up, cut that shit into 8 equal squares and transfer to a parchment-lined baking sheet. Make sure you spread these dudes evenly, they are gonna grow in size. Aw yeah. Melt another teaspoon or 2 of butter and slather the tops of the biscuits for a golden f***ing crust, and add some flaky sea salt or ground Himalayan salt to the tops for extra badassery. Throw them on the middle rack of your preheated oven for 18 to 22 minutes until golden brown. While they bake, fill a small dish or ramekin with water. Remember those green onion ends with the roots that I told you to set aside? If you drop those in some water, they will f***ing grow again, I shit you not. Just check in on them and keep them upright as they sprout, and you will have more onions to rock with. Can you believe that shit? F***ing botany is awesome. Keep an eye on your biscuits and pull them once they are golden brown, and holy shit, put that in my mouth right now. Did you see that steam action? Dress these amazing culinary treats as you see fit. Give them to someone in need, or gift them to a friend or family member that maybe could use a check-in or a good deed. No matter who has the pleasure of devouring these, they will be impressed. Bake them up, plate them up, and you tell me if it's Delish Ish. And on a Mr. Rogers style closing note, I know it's really easy right now with everything going on in the world to have feelings of hopelessness or disdain or even hatred. But we can be better. All we gotta do is hang on, support each other, and never let up. Let's try and do one positive thing each day. Remember that Black Lives Matter. Wear your masks so you respect other spaces while protecting yours. And remember to register to vote. Positivity, motherfuckers! Yeah!